18th chapter. In verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. The spiritual fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So they all fall into the same suit. Anybody who's going against it, who's really standing up to have power, that puts these boys you up in your face and say this is a lie. It's going to always be a lie. It was a lie from the beginning to the end. It's always going to be a lie, and it's wrong. Mashiach Yahushua is a black man. The Most High have hair of pure wool. As the scripture says in Daniel 9:7. Mashiach Yahushua is described in Revelations 1:1. Revelations, the first chapter, the 13th to the 15th verse of the scripture. Daniel described him in Daniel 10:5-6. So it's here. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. We ain't supposed to be partakers of the sins of America, or any of these other nations, wherever you are, Israelites. It say, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Because you notice she's going to be plagued. We just read about it. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, filled to her double. So we got double, we read that. In Isaiah the 40th chapter, the 1st and 2nd verse. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, like we read in Isaiah 47th chapter, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. We just read, I'm just showing you how the books in the New Testament go with the old scrolls. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High power who judges her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. They're going to be crying over America and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. It's going to burn this place up. They're going to be crying to see the smoke of America burning. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment. When they see the torment that the Most High, when the Mashiach Yahushua come on this earth with 200 million angels to torment this place and to shut down all the armies, the navies, the marines, and the air forces of all these nations that's together to fight him, well, the only thing you're going to see is this. It's going to be the smell of smoke and dust. That's all. It's going to be dust and the smell of smoke, y'all, as it is written. They're going to see this. That's why they're going to stand afar off for the fear of how she's going to be tormented. It says, standing afar off, verse 10, for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. He's going to tear this place up in 1 hour. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. Nobody going to buy the merchandise of America anymore. Verse 15, the merchants of these things, all these things you can read them, all the things they're going to be selling now, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, by coming to the shores of America, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, come to nothing. And every shipmaster, and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. Told you about it when they had that strike, that longshoreman strike, had ships as far as you can go, lined up, ready to bring all their merchandise to America, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads. They're going to be sad and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness. Don't cost much. For in 1 hour, most times he said, he speak once, yea, twice. It's the third time he said, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Okay? There it is. So now, when you look at let's go to Obadiah first. Obadiah, 17th verse. We're just going to read that. Because it said Esau going to be a possession, a remnant of Edom. Going back to Amos 9 and 12. That they may possess the remnant of Edom. Possess means you own whatever you own, you possess it. We're going to possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen. And all the heathen, because we've been in captivity under all these heathen, which are called by my name, said the Most High that doeth this. So we just read about how they're called by his name. They're called I am. And some believe that's the Most High. Some, I just read Jesus, Mashiach say he's I am. So either or. They say they're the Most High. They say Mashiach, they're Mashiach Yahushua. Both. They let you know that in their movies and so forth. It don't matter if they have Morgan Freeman as representing the Most High. They started out with who? George Burns. So you ain't fooling nobody. The Most High know exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it and what you're trying to do. Like I say, nobody sees us. The Most High see everything. The angels recording everything. Believe you me. So now, let's go to Obadiah. The book of Obadiah. Let's read the 17th verse. Obadiah 17. We're not going to read 18, we're going to read 17. But upon Mount Zion, and I'll show you that Zion represent who? The children of Israel. In Isaiah 51:16. Shall be deliverance. So he let you know he's going to deliver the children of Israel. 1/3, mind you. And there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. We're going to possess whose possession? Obadiah 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Most High power concerning Edom. Okay? We're going to possess the Edomites' possessions. That's what it says. And as far as when you look at it, it says, this is the next chapter over. It says, verse Amos 9 and 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Okay? And of all the heathen. Okay? Now let's look at how we're going to possess the remnant of Edom. Revelations 13, 9 and 10. Revelations 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And they led us into captivity for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So that means they're going into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. That's what's written. And the saints represent the children of Israel when you read Psalms 148:14. Jeremiah 30 and 16. I'm just giving you a little bit of ammunition for those that's saying what they're saying. They got to give you some understanding on this. Because this haven't happened. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thine adversaries, I mean all our enemies, who were soldier enemies when you read Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Most High shall send thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way where I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there thou shalt be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women. So it says, Jeremiah 30:16, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thine adversaries, that's all our enemies, every one of them, not some of them, not some are going to get away, say every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. Okay? So they going into captivity. Now, when you going back to Romans, the 9th chapter, in the 13th verse, it says, as it is written. So when it says as it is written, that means we got to go into the old scrolls to find out where it's written. It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? I mean, the Most High is just, though. When you look at things, you know, because people, you're going to get a big problem of the Most High. You say, Esau have I hated. Let me give you some little clear indication, because I can go back and forth about how the Most High is just. And most people don't even know how just he is. Let's read this in Psalms 78 and 59, knowing that he chose us, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what he said concerning us, the children of Israel. Then make your analysis. It says, when the Most High heard this, he was wroth and greatly abhorred Israel. Hear that? Greatly hated Israel. And greatly abhorred, which means hated Israel. Now what? Cry about that. Open your mouth and cry about how he greatly hated his own chosen people. He didn't say he hated Esau. He said he greatly hated us. But nobody crying about that, are you? Start hollering and wailing about that. No, you just concerned about them. And they ain't concerned about you. Jeremiah 12 and 8. My inheritance is unto me as a lion in the forest. The Most High inheritance is the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. It cried out against me, therefore have I hated it. Now what? So he hated us too. The children of Israel, the ones that he said he loved, his chosen people. So cry and wail about that. Nobody gonna cry and say anything about that. Who's his inheritance? Let's get the understanding of that. Deuteronomy 32, 8 and 9. Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, the 8th and 9th verse. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, meaning their lands that he's going to give them. When he separated the sons of Adam, he didn't integrate everybody. He separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So he gave Israel their land, then he gave the other nations their land. You can look in the back of the Bibles and you see maps, and you see all the 12 tribes named around this time, around the land of Canaan, which is the land of Israel, and you see the other nations outside. It says, this is key right here, for the Most High's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. See, Jacob representing the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. That's what it says. Ecclesiasticus 17:17 in the Apocrypha. It says, for in the division of the nations, he divided the nations of the whole earth. He set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Most High's portion, okay? We're the Most High's portion. So knowing this, and knowing what he says he's going to do, and understanding what we should know concerning the judgment that is a future judgment that is to come, then it should be a problem in accepting what is written. Because it says in Romans 9:13. Romans 9:13. So who's crying about Israel being hated? Greatly hated. Cry about that. For doing what? Not following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Therefore he greatly hated us. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say there? He said, what you got to say now? Is it unrighteousness with the Most High? Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So first we got to look at as it is written. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So we got to go to the book of Malachi, the last prophet in the old scrolls. Malachi 1. Let's read it. Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Most High to Israel, not to anyone else, to Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel, by the prophet Malachi. I have loved you. Who is he talking about? He loved Israel, said the Most High. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Going all the way back to Genesis 25th chapter, the 25th verse, 26th verse. Jacob and Esau and Jacob being born. He says, was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Most High, yet I love Jacob. He said, I love Jacob. And I hated Esau. So I hated Esau. And laid his mountains, that you know that Esau would be a people that would live in the mountains, and his heritage, which he gave to Esau, waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay? Now, what did he give? What did he give Esau? What did he give our fraternal twin brother? What did he give him? His land. What did he give him to live? A key indication. His mountains, right? Genesis, the 26th chapter, verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, whom is Edom. Who is Edom? Means red. Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir, which is Mountain Seir. That's where it's at. That was given to them, Mount Seir. And you said something about the Jewish people. Here go the birth of their forefather. I'm going to read verse 10. These are the names of the sons of Esau. Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau. That's what we're looking for, Eliphaz. So look at verse 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz. Hear that? A sidekick to Eliphaz, Esau's son. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These are the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. So Amalek represent the forefather of the so-called Jewish people today, who are the Edomites. They're Edomites. They're the Caucasian. They're Esau's grandson, as we just read. So, looking at this one, okay, let's get some more prophecy. Because we read out of the Zondervan and Combat Bible Dictionary how they're the only neighbor of the Israelites that's not giving any promise of mercy from the Most High. So now that it said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the faith and the patience of the saints. Now we go to Isaiah 14 and 1. This future prophecy, regardless of how anybody look at it, this is future prophecy that has not happened. It says, for the Most High, Wamashak will have mercy on Jacob. He will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers, these other nations, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. They're going to be cleaving to us. Once you see, like we just read, how the Most High going to burn this place forever, and they see the torment of Babylon the Great, America burning, then these other nations going to fall in order. And the people shall take them, we're going to take them and bring them to their place. We're going to take them to bring them to our place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants, men slaves, and handmaids, women slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Who we under captivity under? So they go into captivity. We're going to take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. We're going to rule over our oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. We're going to get rest. by these other nations being in captivity, slavery, and bondage under us. And he's going, I mean, come on, what about this? Give them this. Ezekiel 25 and 14. Ezekiel 25 and 14. Ezekiel 25 and 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Most High Power. So, when did that happen? When did that happen? It has not happened. These are future prophecies. These are the ones that's going to see the kingdom, the ones that believe in these prophecies of the Bible. And the ones, all you that's weak-minded and don't want to accept this, hey, you might be 2/3 that's going to burn of our nation. That's all I know. Because the Most High is fair. You know, you're looking to save someone that the Most High, I have to show you, he took the righteous and the wicked of Israel into captivity, slavery, and bondage. We went through it. So everybody, that's only fair. Most High, he's fair. That's why he told us this. He said, Zephaniah 3 and 8. He said, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Most High, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even my fierce anger. Just told you what he going to do with us, the children of Israel, if the Most High will. Even my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay? So I'm going to open up the line again. Hopefully that covers a lot, because after they serve us in captivity, ask them, when did this happen? What do they think about this? Obadiah, the 18th verse. Obadiah, the 18th verse. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire. We said the fire of his jealousy. The house of Jacob shall be a fire. In the house of Joseph, a flame. That's fire and flame. And the house of Esau for stubble. That's like tumbleweeds. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. This fire gonna kindle in the stubble, which represent Esau, shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Most High has spoken it. That's why there's no mercy. They know this. That's why they gotta make it the best way they can. For what they can do right now. And our people love to have it so. So, with that, I'm opening up the line. If there's any other questions, or if there's anything else that can be added, if I can, I will. But that's a lot on that. This goes deeper and deeper and deeper. I mean, I could go on and on with it.
Conversation mode is on. Everyone can now be heard.
All right, so the conversation mode is on. Does that cover a lot for you? Rosie? I mean, somebody's talking. I mean, why are you on the conference call and you running your mouth? You can't be listening. Rosie?
Yeah, you asked me if there's any questions. I'd like to know from the scripture when we read that Israel is God glorified in Israel, only in Israel. And also the scripture that also the one I was asking for earlier about it was a scripture that I asked for.
Come on, you don't give me what you can get, because I'm recording. I don't want to procrastinate and you know, give me what you do know that I can answer right now, please.
Okay, the scripture where it says, I think it's in Psalm where it says that God is glorified in Israel.
Shalom. I mean, there's somebody that's on the conference call. Why are you in the background talking? Can you press star 6? Man, Israel is ignorant, man.
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves. Presentation mode is on. Only organizers can be heard.